Finish there. Alright, good luck, have fun, we will start. So what will actually happen here? We drive 2 maps. I guess we have to start to press F1. We will play 2 maps. And we play knockout on both. And the position of the 2 knockouts, the 2 positions will be summed up or something like that. And then we do even a 3rd knockout, where we switch between the maps or something like that. So, or no, wait, maybe it is rounds mode. We will see how it's working. Yeah, usually the cup is rounds mode. Usually it's rounds mode. And 1 on 2 maps, and then knockout combined with 2 maps. And these 3 results are taken into account. And the top 3 win some prize money. Something like this. We will figure it out. But yeah, if it's rounds mode, then I need good rounds. Okay, let's go. Knocked out. Aero and Artisse. Let's just focus on the driving. I'm a bit confused that we were only 10 people. Because there were so many more on the server. Yeah, but this with all the others. Yeah, Artisse is also writing, he thought it was just 1 KO. But it was a double KO somehow. I'm out, I think. Am I? Tada. Yeah. How close was it? I cannot even see. Yeah, that's not a good position. I could have gone further. That was a really bad round that I had. There were a lot of shit parts, and it was a round where nobody crashed. Not like in this round. Oh, there's another crash. Yeah, Uso. He makes Tata survive one more round here. I don't know by how much Tada was ahead of me in the round where I got knocked out. You have so many things in this server plugin everywhere. But where is the gap between the players? Also in the spectating, okay, we see it there on the bottom. I would need to see in the VOD if I could see it as a player as well. Tada could be lucky again. Now Ludo has a shit round. A very shaky map, all these jumps here, all these edges, a lot of them blind. Oh, Tada, where is he jumping? He actually stays ahead. He only tries 49 high. What was my time when I went out? It was of course not a good round that I really had barely any good corner in that whole run. So it was obvious I needed someone to crash. There's no hotkey for Tada. I cannot spectate him. But at this round he is showing pace. Different lines. Oh, Tada with a very early landing, but here he jumps further because of that. Last turn will decide, and Hazard makes a mistake. Does Tada know? Of course Hazard is lucky. Obviously Hazard is the lucky guy. It is so incredible. And I was even talking today about it during Cup of the Day. That Hazard is the lucky guy. Just because Tada didn't know that he could save. But yeah, a bit sad because I also could have gotten way further. Also this position, like even position 2, even the final would have been doable for me. If I have a bit luck. Yeah. That was a decent final, good times here. But Morpheo had like one unlucky thing where I don't really know what happens. I didn't really see him touching, I wasn't really focused that much on it. Ooh. Drive again. We will go next map, I think. don't know what happened to Morpheo in that one section where he suddenly slowed down massively. I didn't see him close at the wall in that moment when I realized that he got slow. Okay, now this map. So basically these, as I said, these positions will be summed up, and the 6th place, if I want to be the top 3 in the end, is of course not great. I also barely beat any one of the favorites, only Artisse is behind me. So I would need a top result on this map here, like close to first, but I don't see that happening. I saw it more likely with my training on these maps that I could maybe get like a 3rd and a 4th place or something like that, like 2 consistent knockout positions. 6th place is of course not that great when there are only 10 players in total. I expected way more players, I have to say. It was so confusing. Like, first of all, I wasn't 100% sure because usually we play rounds cup as a rounds mode in this cup. That is not the case this time. I had it correct in mind that they announced 2 knockouts on both tracks, and then I think even a 3rd knockout. So I wasn't really 100% sure with that, but that's actually how it works. And I had to find out in the first round. I was actually quite convinced it must be normal rounds. Even though I thought that they announced knockout, I was like, nah, chances higher that it's normal rounds, and I just drove around as if it was rounds mode. Luckily I didn't crash or anything. But the fact that... And I also felt so safe, like even if I would crash I felt like, we'll stay in there, enough people. But then I see that Artisse and someone else go out, 2 players from only 10. But I saw we were like 17 on the server. So luckily I drove a good round, because that could have been the end already. That was so surprising that we had 2 knockouts and that there were only 10 players, so you had to be top 8. That was not that obvious to get, I would say. Naja, I will just try to get my runs into the finish without big mistakes. Morpheo is a lot faster than me. Okay, I didn't know that you can fail there. Where is that respawn? Oh. But here was another... there's the timer. I was also searching, like, where's this 3 minutes timer? Ah, well, okay. Here we go. 11 players now. Maybe they changed it now to 1 player only knocking out. Getting knocked out. If this here goes wrong one single time, you immediately rip. I can tell you. Ultra safe ending. Yeah, you see Hazard finishing late. And it seems like Hazard is out. That would be helpful. But it shows it can get anyone. No way! What? This never happened! Oh my god, I had all the chances now. I never did not make this jump. Never. Someone let me through. Yeah, I got one. But I don't know how many are in. Man. It is so confusing when you're immediately out. So early, you know. I'm now so early out in this race, in this knockout. And I'm like, you see, I drove this map now for quite a while. Not as much as others. But I invested time now in this map. And then I drive over all 2 rounds on it and I'm out. This is dumb. This is so dumb. And also, just because it was still 2 KOs. I was overtaking one other guy. But it was still 2 KOs, and I also don't know why that is even needed, that we have multiple KOs. With this amount of players, you know. Nah, okay, this cup is going garbage. I have already no chance for top 3. There was a really good chance for me to make the comeback. Also Morpheo can basically get his win here if he just cruises to the victory. Tada is now far behind. But this is like such a huge respawn. Often I had to respawn here because I don't make this jump. But the fact that I didn't make this jump here, this is the very first time I did not get up there. The very first time. That is so confusing. So where do we see what times they drove? like... so many leaderboards. I think on the right side. It was so small. The thing is, at the jump that I then didn't make, I was beforehand also releasing a bit, because I expected to overjump it. Now I, of course, hate the fact that I was releasing. And as I expected on this map, in every single round there is someone dying. Every single round. Can't be a free round. Otherwise, their pace is impossible for me to do. Ooh, Artisse and Uso, that was actually close. Uso almost sniped him. Artisse must have lost something in the end, quite a lot, a second. I mean, these times, even Uso... Also I remember a comment in the Fastlane League from Uso, which made me think more like that he has the opposite opinion and he might just troll now with this what he writes. But maybe I'm wrong, like I have no idea if I can believe what he writes. But I just have some of the some Fastlane League comment in my mind. All those Germans like Better Toast, Uso, and a few others that played it. Naja, with position 6 and 7, I will not be in the top 3. It shuffled a little bit down. Like Hazard, who had first place, was now in like very bad position. So yeah, Artisse, who had a very bad position in the first round, had now a good position. Ja. But you see, I easily drive these 54 times. I definitely could have gotten much further with that. I don't know who's leading right now, but with 6 and 7, my positions, it's of course bad. Like, many people have it not that great. I think that Uso still has good chances, actually, to be on the podium right now, even though he also didn't really have the best positions. I guess Ludo is second now? It's hard to say. But Ludo should be second. I guess Morpheo is first with 4. If you... No, actually only 5. Like, he got no first place. He is also only on 5. So now we do a knockout where we switch the maps. But yeah, the hopes are very, very small that I could still win something here. Because I can't come for winning knockouts here with my pace. I had to go with consistency. And like one bug and out, yeah. One bad round at the wrong moment, out. Not a shaky round again. But yeah, with the positions of the other players, I definitely had the best possible chances. I had the best chances to actually get into the top 3 here. Hazard and Artisse out, incredible. I tell you, Tada's then through. I need Tada to die. Very quick. I have a chance. But I would need to get first here, and I need Tada to go out. As quick as possible. But maybe it's already over, and I have no chance anymore. Because on the first round, in the first map he was third. Where I was sixth, so he already gained 3 positions on me. And in the second map I was also out ahead of him, so I don't think that it's possible still. And Ludo and Morpheo are in front of me anyway. So actually Tada makes it into the podium. Which shows how easy it would have been to get into the podium here and get some prize money. It was so unclear for me how many people are still driving. But yeah, I'm not last. Was about to happen anyway at some point. Oh, I'm in. Morphe and Lido might actually have a battle against each other here. I think it's built new, but I can't 100% say when it was built. Yeah, I drove my 54s. This is how I thought the knockout should go for me. Basically every of these 3 knockouts could have ended up like this, ending up in 3rd place. That was possible in every knockout, and that would have been basically my goal. In the first knockout you could have been 2nd as well. In the second knockout, I believe that third was the maximum. I'm not sure anymore how good the rounds there were. Because often we had one crash. But yeah, okay, the round where Uso went out would have been tough already with surviving. So I don't know. Morpheo has a second and a third place, makes 5. And Ludo? Ludo was in the first map 4th or something, maybe. Also not in the top 3, so let's say he was 4th. And on the second map, I don't remember. Did he win there? No, Artisse won. I guess he was second. So let's say Ludo has 6 points. That means they could become equal if Ludo manages to beat Morpheo in this 1v1. So it's still for the win of the competition here, this battle. I'm just a bit sad because the prize money, the third place, was actually super free. With the way that that Artisse and Hazard are not even the opponents because they full crashed. But then Tada, who was, I guess, on orange place when I died on this map here. GG to Morpheo. Very good time. Tada, who was, I think, on orange. He then gained so many more positions because of other people crashing that he actually gained then so much of a lead that I couldn't catch up to him anymore. But the biggest problem was really the second map, because on that second map I feel like very good. I feel like I'm good on that track. Also the other one, not this one here. You saw now how easily I survived into the top 3 in this case here. Yeah, then I was just out as 7th place. And that was unnecessary. I could have gotten much, much further. I don't even know if third place gets something. Because they write first Morpheo, second Ludo. Maybe it was only top 2. We have to check the Discord. No, they write third Tada now. What was the prize money? They somewhere posted it. I just checked the Discord. Here. First place gets 25 euros, second 15, third place 10 euros. Yeah. I think that I'm 4th, actually. Okay, people leave the server, yeah. So I could have had this third place, I think. I think I'm 4th because Hazard and Artisse got knocked out immediately in the third knockout. Which means, as they both had already very bad positions, they weren't even far ahead of me, even though they both won also a cup. Yeah, they both had the first place, but they also both had a really, really bad position. So they had barely any lead. And now they got another bad position, so they were twice completely far behind. So in this case, it was actually perfect that they were winning the third knockout, because they now still end up behind me. And I also don't know who else would be in front of me, because Uso didn't have the very good position, so he was not far in front of me, and he also died early. He was actually last in the last KO. Tatimul, the map author, definitely, like in the first map he was behind me, in the second he was just ahead of me, and now I was clearly ahead of him. The K6 guy is definitely also behind me. Also I think that I ended up 4th overall, and that with the 6th and the 7th place in the beginning, and the 3rd place is 3rd. That can easily also be just good enough for 6th, but it's or 7th, but it was enough for 4th. Sadly not for 3rd, because Tada had now 3 solid cups. He had basically the positions that I kinda aimed for. He had like a 3rd place, where he should have been 2nd as well. He had now 4th place in the end, and in the second map, I do not remember what position he got there. But he was in when I was out, so he was maybe 5th, maybe 4th, I don't know. But another mediocre, decent position, like nothing too crazy, but no, it was not in the top 3, because it was Artisse, Ludo and Morpheo, if I recall correctly, but he was right behind that. So 4th or 5th. Nah, 4th not, because Uso was 4th, yeah, then 5th, I guess. And that means he lost, of course, now in this last knockout only 1 single position on me. Gained in the first KO, however, multiple. And in the second knockout also 2. But if I knock him out in the first knockout... you K6. If I knock him out in the first KO, in the round where I went out, then it could end up exactly the other way around. Because then I win maybe 3 positions, or even 4 on him. I want to check that now, because I'm interested. I had no idea where I have to look at that plugin, so I don't know in this first round how close it was. It's now it's tough to find the first KO, but this is it. Here I drive still. Yeah, but this with all the others. Yeah. So now comes the next round, and I think I only drove 2 rounds, and then or 3 rounds. Yeah, we will see. I think 3 rounds actually. I survived here another 2 KO. I'm out, I think. No, okay, we see it here in the bottom. Am I? So Tada finished less than 2/10 ahead of me. And this made the difference, because he still got up to 3rd place. Which was relatively free to get, because the crashes happened afterwards. And yeah, that's a bummer, because my round was really shit. Here I had to go away from the fence. I think I even released a little bit. And here I had to slow down barely any speed towards the finish. And it was only the ending, like there was much more. But the bigger issue was this. On both tracks. And then I think even the 3rd knockout. Yeah, okay, we have the warm-up here, of course. Still warm-up. So now we are in the knockout. Yeah, this is the thing. Way. This is the thing. Like, what happened there? Also, from what I know, how this... Oh, is this really going so far behind? Oh, that's annoying. From what I learned in this section, yeah, I literally always made the jump up. It was only the question for me, how can I land maybe a little bit more smoother and keep a lot of momentum at the landing. So I know that Morphew in his world record, he really tried to land on this hill with a nose facing towards the hill, and then he steers to the left. So when I jumped here, I tried to do it a little bit more extreme. I think I realized here I might be a bit further left, so the way to this platform is a bit longer, but still, I also tried to do it more extreme offline already. I never was even close of not making this jump. And here, I don't know. I lost all my speed, then the nose went down here as well, but...
No way!
That was it? Never. Someone let me through. And look who's actually one position ahead of me. Yeah, I got one. It is Tada. I don't know how many are in. Also, I don't know. These mini RPG cups, they just are really against me at the moment. That was twice Tada. It was twice him. So I easily, if just one of these things doesn't happen, if one of these rounds is better, then he is not even close to the position he has in the end. It's incredible. The fact that it was twice Tada, right in front, and here also with a full crash, but mine like costed so much time, I didn't even know that there is something on the track where you could lose that much time. Ach man. Yeah, and because we still had a 2 KO, even in a top 8 situation, like if it was just 1 KO would be in, no problem. But because it was 2 KO still, naja.